Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is What Inspiration Do I Need Right Now? We have 3 piles. Pile number 1 is represented by a gypsum rosette, also known as a desert rose. Pile number 2 is represented by a goldstone. And pile number 3 is represented by a superb druzy. Now, all of the cards today are from the Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish and Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And yeah, if you like this reading, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon, but most importantly, drop me a line. Let me know what's going on with you down below. Let's talk. Tell me about yourself. I'd like to hear more about you guys. And here we go. What inspiration do you need right now? Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And we're going to get started. Pile number 1, you chose the gypsum rosette or gypsy rose, desert rose. And your cards are Little Owlin, Wisdom as Light as a Feather, number 39. The Delicate Fairy and Her Ferrets. Change is natural, good, and yeah, it can hurt. Fiona and the Unicorn. The Gift of Sacred Sight, number 29. Frog Princess. Heed wise counsel. Listen, number 21. I don't remember if I said that. The Delicate Fairy and Her Ferrets is number 24. Wolf Moon, I Will Watch Over You, number 1. And the Black Cat, Lost Magic, Atonement, Rebalance. Well, that's good. Rebalance means that, well, there's a rhyming couplet that I heard somewhere, and it's, I've had the bad, now bring the good and balance my life to be as it should. And that's kind of what I see that as, that card. What inspiration do you need right now? You need to have a conversation with someone that you see as a mentor, someone really, really wise. Someone, maybe you don't see them as a mentor, but you see them as someone really, really wise. Maybe there's an author or an artist or a stockbroker that you really admire their portfolio, and you decide to reach out to ask them how you can get started in that same career path. But you're making a change, and it's one that you know that you needed to make, and it's one that you know is for your best interest. You know, you got right here, heed wise counsel. Listen. And you have someone watching over you. So I'm going to say pile number 2, that right now you're going through a bit of an upheaval in your life, and you might be feeling a little bit lost. You may be going through a little bit of a change, but you need to trust your instincts, because we've got the gift of sacred sight here. This is saying that you know your intuition is really good, and you know what you're supposed to have. You know what's meant for you. And you know what you need to do to get there. So again, find this person whose advice you can trust. Find this person who can teach you what you need to know to get to where you want to go. But right now you've got someone watching over to you to make sure that you're okay. You've got someone kind of keeping an eye out on, maybe a friend of yours has you're staying at their house for a little bit, or it could be that you have a friend who's given you a job for a little bit. Maybe it's not something that you like doing. They know it's not something that you like doing, but it helps them out and it helps you out. And, it's giving you time to decide what you want to do and where you want to be. The other thing I'm seeing, and this is more for the bulk of you, honestly, is that you're getting a promotion at work. And it's a change and you're a little bit nervous, but you know you can do this. So listen to your bosses, because they are watching over you to make sure that you're doing okay. And you are doing okay. And, maybe you had a really crappy boss and your employer's understanding that, and they've gotten rid of the crappy boss and they put you in their position, and you're coming to balance. The other possibility is you weren't sure if you should apply for a promotion. You weren't sure if you could handle the change, but you need to trust your intuition, because your friends, your bosses, the people around you are like, hey, put in for this. Someone even brought the job to your attention, probably. Because for a long time, maybe you felt this way. For a long time, maybe you felt a little lost, a little empty. And, the cards are saying you're in a place now with people that, trust your intuition, and someone's watching over you. Someone's making sure that good things are coming your way. Listen to the people that you can trust, and you know who they are, because you're very good at reading people. You're a very smart person. You know this change needs to happen. You know you need to go for this promotion. You know you need to move careers or move jobs, or, maybe even take a demotion so you can spend more time with a family member. Maybe you're the one watching over somebody else and, feeling a sense of loss for losing, this position, but you need to do it to make things work within your family, in which case you're a freaking superhero. If that's happening in your life, you're amazing, and thank you for doing that for whoever you're doing that for. I hope they know how wonderful you are. Anyway, but for the bulk of you, I see it's more you're wondering about putting in for a promotion or going for a job that you thought might be a little bit above your pay grade or your experience, but you figured what the heck, and you got it. So trust your intuition and listen. You've got wisdom here, you've got heed wise counsel, you've got the gift of sacred sight. So, they're telling you trust your intuition and listen to the people around you that you can trust, that you can count on, that you've found through your intuition you can count on. Listen to what they have to say about it. Because someone is watching over you, and there will be balance. There's always balance. The universe craves balance. So, yeah, those are the possibilities that I have for you, pile number one. Wait, hold on. There's something else. There is the possibility here that you've decided to take all of the knowledge that you have, all of the wisdom that you have in a particular area. Maybe you are a specialist in that area, and you've decided to start your own business because there aren't a lot of people out there who can do what you do, and you know that you're a commodity. You have skills that nobody else has. You have this wisdom that nobody else has. So you're deciding to make this change. She's taking all of these ferrets and she's moving forward. She's trusting herself. Listening to, maybe some business experts, analysts, what have you. Maybe you're taking out a loan to do this, and you're feeling a little lost about it, but things will balance out eventually. Just trust your intuition, listen to intelligent people around you, and trust yourself to know that you're good enough, that you can do this thing. It may be a rough go of it, but I don't even see that. I mean, this I'm kind of seeing as, you had the rough go, and now comes the rebalance. Psychologically speaking, women tend to downplay their sense of self-worth. Look it up. Statistically speaking, women are more likely to downplay their sense of importance. And you may be someone who is doing that, and you've come to the realization that you're kind of a badass in your field, and nobody can really do what you can do. So, maybe you're a jury consultant and you're really, really good at picking juries, and you've been working for a law firm that isn't paying you well. And so you decide to freelance. And by freelancing, the, direct competitor of your law firm gives you a call and offers you, 3 times your salary for one case or something. I don't know how that all works, but trust your intuition. Listen to wise people. Listen to leaders in the industry around you, and trust your own brain, because you're smart. You're worth a lot more than you think you are. And that's what I have for you, pile number 1. I hope you have amazing things coming to you, because from what I see here, you're really smart. You're witty and funny, and you like the finer things in life, but you're not afraid to drink Kool-Aid. You're, I don't know, you're pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you have a really good day, pile number 1, and thanks for taking some time to hang out with me. And maybe I'm off on the Kool-Aid thing, but that's just kind of what it feels like. You're not afraid to get down if you've got kids and play in the sandbox with them, in business wear, that kind of thing. So I hope you have a really good day. Thanks again. All right, pile number 2. You chose the gold stone. I like this stone. And your cards are Alice in a Sea of Tears, Cast Away Out of Your Depth, Feeling Abandoned, number 11. Well, maybe you're feeling a little bit lost right now. Maybe you're feeling a little unsure of what's going on around you. Maybe you just lost a job. Maybe your boss, their business was forced to close, and they were forced to let you go without meaning to. But you're not just feeling lost, you're feeling abandoned. You're feeling like you can't keep going, but I'm telling you, you can. Yeah, you're going to find a safe place to go. Brother Raccoon, card number 4, is saying that you may be feeling a little lost and left out, but you will find a safe place. You will find a job or a home or, a person that you can count on. If it's a person, they may be someone with dark hair and dark eyes. Because you're a beautiful little worm, so take care of yourself. That's what it says, card number 17. Beautiful. You're a beautiful little worm. Take care of yourself. And you could see the butterfly wings on her back, and what we call beautiful worms are usually caterpillars. So I'm going to say you're going through a change right now. Obviously. Pose brave flight. You will not let fear stop you this time. 26. Deep, dark sea mermaid. Find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness. Number 16. Little brother, little sister, siblings, younger friends, responsibility. I'm actually going to move you up here. The Mermaid of Immersion, complete commitment, 44. Artemis of the Forest, now you are independent and free, number 32. All right. Well, there are a couple of possibilities here, pile number 2. I don't like one of them, but I can't deny it. You were in a really bad place. You were in a really abusive relationship or a very difficult place, and you needed to leave. You had to find a safe place to go. You had to learn, you needed to take care of yourself, and you weren't going to let being afraid of not having what you needed stop you. You found a way to get out of this in a place you didn't think you would, like maybe a mommy and me group or something like that. You found someone you considered a friend, and it was a real, true friendship, and they got you free of this situation. So if you are this pile, if you are this person, this storyline within this pile, I want to say that do not let fear stop you. If you are in a place where you are with someone who is making you feel like this all of the time, whether they be physically or verbally or emotionally abusive, get the hell out. Get out. Because you don't deserve that. You deserve a safe place. You deserve, because you're beautiful. Take care of yourself. Don't be afraid. There are people out there who will help you, who will hold your hand and guide you through the steps you need to take. And they may be in places you didn't expect. Like I said, maybe it's a mommy and me group you go to, and someone there is involved with a organization that helps battered women. Or maybe this is a career reading for you, and maybe you are, you're not sure this is the career for you. You don't have a steady income from it, and it's kind of making you feel, cast away, lost, like you can't get ground under your feet. Like you've been abandoned. People have forgotten about you, but you have a safe place to go. You are beautiful. Take care of yourself. Don't be afraid. Push forward in your career and find a solution that you wouldn't think of. There's an old movie with Dudley Moore, and I think it's called Crazy People. He goes to an insane asylum because he sort of just loses it. He's an advertising exec, and he just loses his mind, and he goes to an insane asylum, and he's, talking about what he does for a living in group one day, and one of the patients blurts out, "Oh, you mean something like Ferrari? Our cars will get you laid." And, everybody just kind of starts laughing, and he realizes, hey, that's a great track. So he starts using this whole truth in advertising, things like that, like Ferrari, because you're 40 years old and you want to be with 20-year-old women, things like that. And, it's a really funny show. So, that's finding a solution in an unknown place. He saves his entire career. He makes everybody in that institution a boatload of money so that they can continue getting good care for themselves. And it's really cool. So, there is someone helping you in this situation, someone that you feel safe with, someone you kind of consider a little brother or a little sister. And they're here. I mean, the Mermaid of Immersion Complete Commitment says they're your friend, tried and true. They're going to help you. They're going to help you get free. Whatever this is, be it a business issue gone bad, be it you found out you have an illness and you're trying to figure out, the medication and the routine that you need to take in order to not, collapse in a store while you're walking. Unfortunately, some people have lives like that. And you figure out a way out of it with this person that you can count on, this best friend. They're there for you through it all. You're not alone, and you're not going to let fear stop you. And in the end, you're independent and free. You're free of all of it. And with their help, with their, maybe they keep you cheered up. Maybe they get you out of this feeling and into this feeling so that you can take care of yourself, so that you can, deal with the fear of the chemo treatments. And maybe you can find humor in those dark places because of this friend. So hang on tight to them and hold on tight to life, because it's not over. You're going to fight. You're going to be beautiful, and you're going to be okay. And listen to the doctors, and then find doctors that will listen if they stop listening to you. A lot of times people think when their doctor can't figure out, a lot of autoimmune diseases are so difficult to figure out because the symptoms are so overlapping. It can take up to 10 years to diagnose. And in that time, so much damage can occur to internal organs and whatnot. And this is saying don't give up. And you will find a doctor that will listen to you, that will understand that you know your body and you know what's right about it and you know what's wrong, and that, something is off here or there, and they'll look into it and they will find a way to make it okay again. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I want to thank you for taking the time with me. And whatever is going on, stay strong, because you're amazing. You're amazing, and you're going to be okay. You are now at the very end, your outcome is you are independent and free. You're free of this problem. You're free of this feeling, this pain, this fear, this illness, this, So keep going and keep fighting for yourself, and hang on to the people that you can count on, that you can trust, that make you feel safe, that make you feel like you're beautiful. Because those are the true people in your life. And you've got someone who's going to be there with you through all of it, good and bad. And so that is what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope things really get better quick in your life. I hope it happens like double speed, and that you never face another moment of pain or adversity or heartbreak again, because I'm so sorry that you've been through that. Thank you, pile number 2. I love you. Pile number 3. You have the superb Druzy. And your cards are Mermaid in a Koi Pond. Rediscover your individuality. Become the dragon. Man, I'm sensing a theme through the readings today. There seems to be a theme of finding yourself, finding what you want, finding your purpose. Strange companions in stranger places. Challenges. Use your imagination. If you were drawn to pile number 2, you may want to check that out as well, because they have a very similar message, although they don't have this. Elizabeth and the Lion. It is time to become a great leader. Now, a great leader is a good thing to be. And, wow. You may have some challenges going on and you may be trying to figure out who you are, but you are a very strong person. And you're going to get through this. An elder will teach you the mermaid and the turtle, number 25. So maybe reach out to a mentor, someone who works in the field that you're looking to get into, or a spiritual mentor, maybe even a psychologist, a career counselor. Dragonfly mermaid, you've attracted wonderful news, number 19. Well, that's excellent. The golden phoenix, something you thought finished bursts back into life, number 12. So let's see, what do we have here? Can you see everything? There we go. Well, you start out feeling like you're not quite sure who you are. And the mermaid in the koi pond says to rediscover yourself. We change as we go through life, and sometimes things that fit us in the past no longer fit for us. And that's okay. That's not wrong. So and then you have challenges. Use your imagination. Strange companions in stranger places. Maybe you're sitting in a waiting room somewhere, and while you're waiting, the person next to you comes up with a solution to a problem that you've been dealing with at work for months that you didn't even think about, just out of the blue. But it's time for you to become a great leader. Maybe you're a Leo. But then, could be a Pisces too, which is weird. So, but we got fire here too. We got a couple water, 3 water, 2 fire, and an earth. What I'm seeing, okay, so what I'm seeing is you're kind of discovering something new about yourself, either what you want to do with your life or what you can do with your talent or career. You've come across maybe writer's block or some other kind of challenge, but you're going to bust through it because you're going to be a leader in your field. It's right here. It's right here. You're a great leader. An elder will teach you. So you're going to have a mentor who's going to teach you to be this great leader. And you get wonderful news about all of this. Perhaps you thought all of this was out of your depth. You thought all of this kind of thing was never going to happen for you. And that's why you're feeling left out. Maybe you went and, maybe you got a PhD in accounting, but you really want to be an artist. So you've always kind of felt lost in the accounting world. It never really made sense to you. It was something you did for a paycheck, but you didn't really enjoy it. And maybe you're in a waiting room somewhere and someone says, oh yeah, I used to be an accountant and now I'm an artist full time. And that piques your interest and you just take charge. And they sort of, introduce you to people that can help you. And, maybe you get a gallery showing. And this idea that you could be an artist comes back into life. And, or something similar, film school. You get a message from a film school that, you thought you weren't getting into. They have an opening for you now. Or, the other possibility is you're trying to kind of figure out who you are. Maybe you're college age and you're kind of trying to decide. You're going through all of these courses. And there's going to be, at some point, somewhere you're going to be drawn to go, or a class you're going to be drawn to take, and you're not going to understand why. Trust your intuition, because this strange class, this strange place that you want to go to, is where you find out what you need to find out to take charge and be that leader that you want to be. Maybe you meet someone there who can mentor you. But there's good news coming in your way. Something you thought you would never have or could never be, it's coming your way. The other possibility that I have is that while you're trying to decide what you want to do with your life, you come across something that sparks that belief. Maybe you're sitting in a waiting room and a political ad comes on and you're like, I could do a better job as president than any of these people running or currently in office or even considering office. And the cards are saying, dude, go for it. But do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. My goodness. Excuse me for that. I think I'm out here doing tongue twister. I quit. So. The other possibility is you may have just lost your career. You may have been fired or decided that this career you were doing isn't something that you enjoy. You don't know what you're going to do, but something somewhere sparks it. You're in line at the butcher shop and someone mentions something about they wish taco shells didn't crumble, and you have a great idea and you become a leader of making taco shells that don't crumble when you bite into them. I have no idea, but it's literally more just you're not sure what to do. You had this thing in your past that you now don't think you could ever do again, and it might be a challenge. But once you use your imagination, you dominate in that field. And, you have a mentor who teaches you how to get there. So stay strong. Listen to your heart. Follow who you want to be, where you want to see yourself in 5 years. Decide what you want to see for yourself within 5 years' time. And then look at what you need to do to make that happen. You're going to go somewhere that's going to spark something odd. You're going to be in Walmart and the cashier is going to say something, but whatever's going to happen is going to cause you to become a leader in your field with a good, solid group of people behind you to help you. And it's something you never thought you'd be able to do, and you're rocking it. So I hope it comes in quickly for you, because I love this energy. I love this energy. It's beautiful. It's like, I don't know who I am, so maybe I try out the goth lifestyle and hang out with my friend over here, and then they say something that reminds me I could do this, and so I take charge, and I find someone who can get me into that, line of work and forge a real good friendship and get some news, and boom, this whole thing goes forward, and I never thought it could. So yeah, that's what I have for you, pile number 3. You guys have a lot of good coming in. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I hope you guys have a really good day, and I hope this awesome thing that you never thought could happen, I hope it makes you feel like this, because you deserve to feel like this after all of this time, feeling sort of scared, unsure. And I'm proud of you for taking charge, because that can be the hardest thing to do sometimes. So rock on with your bad self. You great leader, you. I'll vote for you. Have a good day.